and Jenny McCarthy.
Hi, Drew.
Ooh, your backdrop looks like a hot date about to take place.
I know everyone's like, what's going on with that room? I'm like, well, I wish it was for more of a sexy reason, but it's just my podcast room.
Okay, I wanted to jump right in because my number one question for you is being so good at The Masked Singer. Do you have a methodology for questions you'll ask, or does it change based on what you hear? Do you have a system because you're so good?
I do have a little bit of one, which is I will, if I don't feel like I'm getting the story out of the guest or the celebrity, I'll share my own personal experiences first to show them that I'm vulnerable, that I have these same boo-boos. And then it opens them up to maybe sharing a little bit more. They're like, if she's a hot mess and sharing that, maybe I'll share that I'm a hot mess.
I really love that. That's a way in for you and something I really aspire to and relate to as well. Okay, you also hosted a dating show. We just did this dating segment. Do people ask you to set them up? Do they ask dating advice or like things they should look out for? Do they look to you as someone who has seen it and kind of has tells?
They have, especially like my own inner circle, because they saw me go through some pretty disastrous dating periods in my life. And my therapist, and I'm going to tell this, anyone pay attention right now if you're dating, because this is great advice. My therapist said, Jenny, you have this amazing ability to bleach red flags white. You don't even realize, but you're justifying their bad behavior. What I want you to do is I want you to go on like 30 blind dates, because I want you to practice noticing red flags. And we're going to watch how you bleach them white. So I went on a few dates, and in the first 20 minutes, this guy says to me, you know, I really hate kids. Now, as a mother, you know, I should have been check, please, and out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, here's my bleaching, horrific thing that I used to do. My brain did this. Well, he hasn't met my son.
Mm-hmm. A lot of us women think they just haven't gotten to know me, my world. That's the other thing.
And most guys, by the way, Drew, I don't know if you noticed this, but most guys, usually on the first date, they tell you who they are.
Totally.
They don't have none of us have our representatives out yet, you know, because for 2 years we have that representative of like, yeah, I love sushi or I love football. 2 years later, you're like, I hate sushi, I hate football, you know? So in that first date, you got to pay attention because they're really offering who their authentic self is in that moment.
I totally agree. And I think we women have sort of, we rewrite it as the information is coming out. Or when girlfriends have been like, I mean, he just like doesn't want to keep going out. I'm like, good. Do you want to stretch this out any longer?
That's right.
No, they're doing you a favor. Bye-bye. This is a good thing. They're doing you a solid. It may not be what you want right now, but in the end, I thank this person and applaud them for just like cutting it. Now,
exactly.
I was reading this quote that you were saying about your wonderful man, Donnie Wahlberg, about just you had a hard time explaining, putting into words the feeling that you guys have with each other because it's so good, it's so positive, words almost don't cut it.
They don't. They really don't. Honestly, it paid to wait. I'll tell you that. No more settling. I did my therapy. I paid my dues. And then I found my Prince Charming. And, you know, even Prince Charming and the fairy tale doesn't come without work.
Yep.
And one of the things, like, I loved him so much. Like, as soon as I met him, I was like, how do I not mess this up? Like, I'm going to ask him before we even have our first fight if we can go to therapy together. He might think I'm crazy, but I want to be able to figure out some tool belts or tools and discover like how we both fight. Do both of us shut down if we're mad at each other or does one need to communicate? And by sitting down with a therapist and us figuring out, oh, that's what you do when you fight. This is what I do. And then the therapist gave us tools to say, okay, when this happens, this is what you do. And I'm telling you, it was one of the greatest ideas ever to go to therapy before there's a problem to figure out how to have those conversations with each other. It was priceless and been priceless.
I love that advice. You just have a wonderful relationship and you the humor and the care and the love and the way you guys work at it. And I loved reading about your love and your life. And just, I've always celebrated you along the years. Like, hey, we were both like Playboy girls at one point in our lives. Hello. Good times, by the way.
Totally.
And I'm just so happy that you're killing it on this giant epic show that I heard your agent was like maybe skeptical about doing, and then you watched the Korean version and were like, no, this is going to be a hit, and it's huge.
That's exactly right. Yeah. My team around me was a little bit suspicious. They were like, because, you get offers and
they're just being
90%
careful.
of them are kind of crazy and weird. And so this one, though, when I saw the Korean version, I said, no, this checks all the boxes. This is a game show. It's got celebrities. It's got singing. It's got weird costumes. I'm a little weird. I think it's perfect.
Well, it was a testament to your gut instinct and whatever's leading you, because you have serious longevity. Before we go to commercial, do you have a stain challenge for me?
I sure do. And I really pray you can help me. Honestly, I really do need the help.
How can I help?
Okay, so there is a blue dress that I wore to the Emmys. I think I was hosting it for Fox, and I got body makeup on it. So if you can figure out how to get that one off, then the rest of my dresses will be saved.
Okay, literally, I really want to attack this, and I just have to say the worst thing you could start with is makeup remover. I don't know why, but it makes it worse, and you would think, makeup remover will help. It's the worst approach to taking off makeup on fabric. So will you please allow me to attack this stain for you, and then we can follow up?
I would love nothing more in the whole world than that.
I'm so hot and bothered right now. Stains really turn me on. They do. They're my thing. Look, it's who I am.
I love you for that.
Jenny McCarthy, thank you so much for coming on this show.
Thanks,
The
Drew.
Masked Singer airs Wednesday nights on Fox. I have had so much fun with you. Thank you so much.
Me too. I'd love to come back, and thank you so much.